Beyond the Barbell with your host, Larhana Robinson, IFBB Figure Pro, and Nicole Zenobia Graham, IFBB Figure Pro, and both Olympians. Don't you forget it, of course. Unfortunately, today Nicole could not be with us. As y'all know, she is literally right there at the Olympia, and she's filling her prep. So I requested that she rested today. This was upon my request. Y'all know we are professionals. We like to take everything very, very seriously, and rest is most important, especially when you're a pro. So I want to say thank you to Nicole for, self-caring yourself and not being selfish and coming on the show, because everybody knows you love them and we all know that you're here with us in spirit. So thank you, and thank y'all for understanding and allowing her to get her rest, because she is so close to the Olympia. And also, thank you guys so much for y'all support. We love it. We're growing fast. And, as much as y'all give to us, we can give back to y'all. So we wanted to do things differently today and get Ashley Howe on here as soon as possible, because she's very essential. And our time with her is very, limited. She could get a call right now and have to leave. So we didn't want to waste any time, and we wanted to get her on ASAP. So Ashley, before we get into the history of you, could you tell everybody what you do, for your profession?
I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic in Dusky in Ohio. So
Wow.
we work California swing shifts, so we are off for 5 days, and then we get 4. But of course, on top of that, there's overtime. I worked at 24 yesterday. I was off for 36.
Okay, hold on. Your Wi-Fi is like breaking. So every time you talk, like when you say something important, it like breaks up.
No.
I know, right?
Better. Let me know. Uh-oh, you're frozen. You're frozen.
Why is it not doing it now?
I hear you.
There we go. Gosh,
there we
is
go.
restricted by the Wi-Fi. That's normally a Nicole problem, not a Larhana problem. That with me, Wi-Fi. Absolutely not. So sorry. Before I was rudely interrupted, please continue to tell the world how essential you are, and how your work shift works, and limited with our time. Like, why are you on call? What is the whole process of what you do?
So right now, shift, which we're on for 24 hours, we do that for 5 days, and then we repeat our schedule. I worked at 24 yesterday. I was off for 12:36. Wow. Because I'm newer here, so I don't have so I did some trade time to get time on back. So
wow,
yeah.
And you during prep too, like it doesn't matter. You would still, work these crazy hours even
till about a week out. Take some time off because
Wow.
It's definitely not a guarantee that I'm going to get for 24 hours before. The prep,
Wow.
as you guys
That's
know,
great.
is very, very, very.
Yeah, of course. So before we even start talking about prep, tell us bodybuilding to begin with. Like what started the whole process of bodybuilding for you?
So jockeying racehorses, and I started going to the gym horses, and one day me and said, "Hey, have you ever tried bodybuilding?" I kind of sloughed it off, like, nah, I don't know if that's for me. And I came back the next day, and I was like, "Hey, I picked a what?" I'm like, "Yeah, 12 weeks." He's like, I was like, "You coach me there, or someone else will?" I just wanted
Yeah.
to try, and it became a bucket list goal. So which was 2012 for me. I did the Nicole Wilkins Classic and fell in love with how strong she was, how beautiful she was, and I felt in love with this better, and I wanted to take this far.
Can you still hear me? Because you're kind of breaking up a little bit, but I just don't know if everybody else can that's watching because you're breaking up.
Uh-oh. You're breaking up a little bit. Hopefully you have full Wi-Fi. So
Now better?
yes.
Okay. So in 2012, or did you start in a different category?
Yes. I actually started, I competed in bikini from 2014, and then that's when I switched to.
What made you switch to figure?
A figure competitors train. He fell in love with um, and I wanted to pursue fire down the road, functional strength, and bikini just to be small and dainty. That's not the posing didn't fit my flirty. Um, I'm out strong, but the flirtation definitely not for me. And that was
How different it was to train like as a bikini competitor compared to, because like you said, you like being strong, you like, the feeling of all of that, but
yeah.
the difference between that, because a lot of people, they don't understand it, they don't understand literally, like, you absolutely different when you're a bikini competitor versus a figure competitor.
Yeah, I found drop the weight, pull it back. You're gonna get all. That's not gonna work for me. Like I want to go heavy. Like I don't want to drop the weight. So that's when I knew like I definitely needed.
Then you're just gonna sit there and they're gonna say, hey, you're in the wrong category. You have to move up. Absolutely. So who's your coach right now? And because you've had an amazing. And let's talk about that a little bit.
So I switched and started working with 2020 after my 2020 and he's been absolutely amazing coach. Like my job's not, we definitely do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Athletic and functional stuff built into my program. Like I need to be able to perform on my job along with cutting. A lot of people can just focus on cutting and drop. Like I have to have energy for my job, to know when to push and pull me, because at any minute, like you just said, and like I have to know that my body, like there's no, like I have to know that, and they have to be able to trust me. So it's essential, and I know that can make it done great doing that. and shift days when I'm running my ass off for 20 minutes. Towards the end of prep, I used to joke about but I would get waffles if I was up. He knows I'm running. He's like, you need some extra and a little extra calories. So I was hoping for a midnight call. I'm like, yes, I will.
Please, somebody call. Terrible. That before we even talk about your pro career, how long did it take you to get your pro card?
So I got my so about 6 years, and 6 years overall it took me to get my pro card.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because a lot of people like that's patience, and I love to hear that, because a lot of people think that first year that they go now, they don't understand the process that it takes to bring a body and look like a pro to receive your pro card. Because to me, I'm like, if you don't think a pro, you're not ready to receive your pro card. You're literally stepping into a dip, coming into the professional league, and you're somebody that stands on your own now. You're not just against people up against your height, you're competing against everybody, period. So I love to hear that. But what was the process of the 6 years? Like, did you take a break and try for 6 years? How was that?
I just kept competing, and I probably should have. So 2012 up into 2014, I pretty much got on stage. I would stack up in figure, say fall of 2014, probably. Probably should have, like I said, we just kind of kept competing and hitting. And that's where I'll say, like, so some sense to come for some people, but this is my story, and I want to get it out there. I'm extremely vision because of what I've been through. So pro, like before I made that, I went through the darkest time in my life.
You're it's kind of breaking up right now. The Wi-Fi connection, like when you're starting to talk, it breaks. I know, and you can't have that.
Let me see if I move a little bit. Full bars. Can you hear me?
I can hear. Now it's way better.
Oh, okay, good. So I moved away from the top. So yeah, I definitely ended my career right before I turned pro. I had been raped 16.
Wow.
And I went down a really dark path because it was worthy of. There was a time and point where I wanted to continue going on, as I know. All I really had to focus on was competing and lifting myself. Like, after that happened to me, like, I could never let that happen again, physically, but mentally as well. I wanted to be able to overcome that, and figure gave that to me. Compete gave me a safe haven. The gym was a safe places. I felt safe for a while.
Oh, wow.
Figure, I mean, so it just taught me, like it brought out being resilient. It brought out being, like, learning to feel beautiful again. To you, like, you feel gross. You look at yourself in the mirror, and it's hard to see because all you can see things that happened to you. For a year taught me to find that beauty, and to be able to control my body. Was I could control what I looked like, what I did, how.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for your bravery, with being able to share this with us, because that's you had to go through that, but you're very strong-willed, you're very strong-minded, to overcome and to say that I'm never going to allow myself to be weak again, and to pick up, make yourself resilient by going to the gym every day and becoming a professional, and doing all to do so that you never allow that to happen again. And just being able to share this is, there's so many women that have gone through things that are similar, that are afraid to speak. Truly grateful that you're speaking out on it, and you're sharing with us everything that you taught.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not always easy to talk about. It's a relief to get it out there. Other women have gone through that. I always encourage women when I come across them, like strength, like through the gym, not the mental that comes with it too, and that you can bring to yourself.
Man, amazing. Like, just what you've been through, and then even your job now is essential, and it's not like it's you're saving. How do you deal with that? Like, what is the biggest struggle for you, with the job that you're in prep? Because they're both very high stress, they can be.
Yeah, they can be. I mean, a huge part of they're here. We're here for each other. We know mentality, right? So like, even making sure I got time to get my car. If we have a bad call, we sit down and I know I can rely on me.
Right. So how do you the peace in your mind? How do you stay balanced with that? Like, what are some stress relievers that other than relying on your peers? How do you just rely on that you do to relieve stress?
So a big thing I like to do is like get out, whether that's walking or running, like outside in the fresh air. Really balance.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's been a stressful day, like I go out within a certain radius of the fire, clear my mind and relax. Home, I'll take my dogs out and we'll walk or run. Is huge, because another thing, like for me to get out and nature, and that's like another safe haven. So yeah, I'll just take my dogs out. We'll go for a little bit, and I'm able to read.
Right. It's amazing how how you're. Go ahead.
It's like my clients and other competitors, like, try outside once a day, like that fresh air, and like your mentality and how you're feeling, just to get outside for a little bit.
I feel like it forces you to also, deal with your own thoughts. A lot of people, it forces you to be a realist, because now you're forced to be on, but whatever you're thinking about is, you have to face that reality of it, because it forces you to look at the chaos, if there is any. So I run.
Yes.
It's literal therapy. I feel like the same thing.
It is therapy for
very.
people.
So how
like
is
you're
how
gonna
go ahead.
Sorry. Go.
Subject.
I always like talk to other competitors. Your deepest, darkest demons in prep. People aren't prepared for that. Undealt with feeling like it's going to hit you in prep. To handle that and deal with that. So yeah.
Right. So how do you season this year? Let's talk about that. your last showing at the Texas State where you looked amazing.
Yes. So we killed it. We definitely brought my best. Thing I can ask from him that I wanted to bring top tier conditioning. I know I'd never brought in my body capable of getting. Like 2021 with Justin, all of a year, I was in paramedic school full time. There was no rest, no sleep. 2021, and I'm happy with putting my body through. I was only sleeping continuously. Off, but we knew I had to get that pair and to move up. So this season we did great. We told him I was able to give bodybuild finally, because I finally here, and we did that, and we plan on trying to hit something. Our body's ready.
Your future plans for 2023? You said you're going to do something early, or waiting to see how your body responds to everything?
We'll see how my body responds, but we're thinking early. I just got my labs.
I feel you.
Labs came back clean, like my body ready to go.
That's so good. You know, and starting is always the best part. You know, it's like as bodybuilders, we're addicted to prep. You know what I mean? That's why off season to me is just the hardest, is because it's like, you know, waiting to not step on stage. You know, I know I have to be in this time period to grow, be on stage. You know, so it's like that's awesome though that your body's ready. What are some words of your fans, followers, you know, anybody that's listening that needs some encouragement?
A lot of people let fear hold them back. Like things are going to take too long. Things. I always tell people, slow the time and don't be afraid of it. Because one, that time is going to be pursuing something you want. And two, there's so much out of fear that people deserve, but you just have to get past that to take risks, and then it's words can't. You know, a lot of us top level pros, like line, we sacrifice a lot to do sacrifice relationships. We make a lot of people don't see or think about. My husband makes huge sacrifice to do what I do.
Yeah, that it is. It's and then fear is a huge factor in why a lot of people don't succeed in the sport, is because they feel, you know, they are going 100%, because like a lot of people are afraid that they really will fear being at the top. It's like, wow, maybe I can get up there. So that's the to me, because why would you not want to be at the top if you can be at the top? Don't allow fear to stop. Agree.
Right. Exactly.
But thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us, you know, giving us the history of everything. And you're extremely busy. Literally, I'm looking at your background. I think it's amazing and cool, you know, and that you're still able to be successful, and you're showing everybody that you know, you can be at the top tier athlete and still have a whole profession and a husband, you know, and do, and you know, so I'm proud of you, and I want to say thank you, you know, for what you do, and because I've been with you for a very long time. I've been following you for a while. We've been competing against for a long time, and I've seen you grow, and, you know, and I've seen you change, and your posing shows have always been freaking crazy and phenomenal. So just congratulations with everything in you in 2023. And, you know, of course I'm going to bring my best. So
Yes. Well, thank you
seriously,
so much for having me on.
of course. And thank y'all, everybody. Thank you for watching, for the post that we have coming up. And again, thank you always for supporting. We will see you soon.